73s, and we'll look forward to hearing you down the log.
Yeah, 73s to you, and best wishes to everybody on that. Talk to you later. Bye.
So much for this net. V3GBD.
Alrighty then. Well, Art, I can hear you in there. I just thought I'd jump in, and George, I heard you in there as well. Sorry to hear you go there, Art, but thanks for taking the time out. I understand you weren't feeling well last week, and so we missed you. Just wanted to jump in and say good evening. All right. Can anyone hear me off the remote station?
Victor off 3.
Yep. Loud and clear, Chuck. V3RWJ.
All right. We've got two stations in there, Mac and RWJ. Mac, thank you very much for the relay there and saying hello to Art for me while I actually had to restart my laptop and restart the software and everything. Again, right when I start the net, things go Murphy's Law on me. So thanks again for that. We'll get you in a minute there. Just let me say hello to Chris out there as we're using the remote station in Flamborough. Hello, Chris, while I got you.
Yeah. Hello, Chuck. You're S9+++ on the remote station and way over S9 direct before. And I'm not hearing your interference, or it's not even breaking my squelch, so must be extremely local. Anyway, you're coming in fine, in like Flynn, you could say, to use an old expression. Nothing else from here, V3RWJ.
Okay, thanks there, Chris. I do appreciate the check-in and the signal report. I didn't look at my meter. I think you're coming in at a S8 off the remote station there. Bring it back again, Chris.
Okay, let's see how it's doing. VA3CJZ, V3RWJ.
Oh, I was close. S7 off the remote station there. Good job. So I'm guessing that's what I pick up the remote station at. Everybody should come in at that signal strength. But anyways, all right. Well, hopefully whoever's upset for some reason for the Areg or myself, I have no clue why, but it'd be nice if we could enjoy 1 hour a week to chit chat a little bit. Well, thanks again there, Chris, for checking in. Hopefully your net went well. Over.
Yeah, it went great. We had 24 check-ins, so 23, 24. So pretty busy for, considering it's still summer.
Yes, absolutely. There. Can't wait. I do believe, is it the 1st of September where ONTARS is going to be all day again? Somewhere around there. The 1st or the Labor Day, I'm not sure.
Probably. I'm not on HF, but yeah, they're still going. What is it, over 50 years now?
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow. Yeah, in 2 weeks' time there, Chris, just to let you know, Areg will be celebrating 29 years anniversary. So way back in, what was it, 1993, John started the net out your way in Dundas.
Wow, well, congratulations. That's impressive. All right, won't keep you there. Have a great net and keep persevering through the challenging conditions. V3RWJ.
All right, thanks again for taking the time out, Chris. Do appreciate it. Have a great evening, and good luck hunting the ISS. All right, yeah, George. We got George in there now as well. So GBD, come on in.
It's really hard for me to hear anybody over that carrier throwing that
that signal. So I just sent you a message saying I gotta be shutting her down.
Yeah, see, that's the sad side effects of these things happening. But we're going to persevere, George, and try and have a good time, like we always do. So I'm just rewriting my log list there that I have to put down on paper. But how's things going up at the cottage or the trailer there, George?
Oh, they're going good. Actually, me and my son, we just came home today. We went up, when did we go up? Yesterday? Had to do a little repair on the roof, but other than that, we got that done, and it's going back up Friday because, well, we have a birthday going on right now, and then another birthday tomorrow. Grandbabies. We have so many grandbabies. A lot of birthdays. Back to you, Chuck.
Yeah, okay, right on. The don't forget PDL now. Paul is also a newly minted grandpa, so we got Grandpa Paul and Grandpa Greg in there now.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I've seen that, and I sent him congratulations or condolences, one or the other. Too many grandbabies. Oh boy.
Yeah, yeah. You know, you're getting older when you become grandparent. So I am not there yet. I'm still just a parent, but I'm sure we will one day. Okay, George. Well, I hope you stick around, and we're going to try and switch back over and see what happens. But thanks for taking the time out, George. Do appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's what I said to my son. Got to get home. Got to, Net's on tonight. Got to hear it.
Yeah, absolutely. We got more in store. That reminds me, the CNE opened up this past weekend. So I don't know if you or anybody in your family is going or has gone, but it's the first time in 3 years because they missed the last two, and so should be a big crowds at the CNE this year. And I hope everything goes smoothly, even though they have the strike for the safety inspectors. Um, I have faith in the people there that every bolt and every clip is checked off. I know they're pretty stringent now for safety, doing safety checks and holding safety logs. Now they have to have logs of when they check the ride and all kinds of things. So the C&E, that's right. If you want to go faster, let me hear ya. All right. Keep your hands and feet inside the cars at all time, George. Enjoy the ride, and hopefully we'll talk to you later.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I'll keep it on, but I gotta turn it down because that noise is very annoying over here.
Yeah, I know. All right. Well, let me see if there's anybody out in that direction where the remote station is that would like to check in to the Areg net tonight. This is VA3 CJZ looking for check-ins. Please come now. All right, let's bring it back to Mac Victor Alpha 3 Indy Mike Whiskey.
Yes, sir, Chucker. I'm here loud and proud. Yes, I'm not sure what the value is in trying to rebroadcast a trunk signal, but That's what it sounds like. Anyways, your remote station is doing a super job. It's over and above all. So Art was actually above that noise level as well, and so was George, just doing a super job with his station downtown. So other than that, don't know what to tell you. I've got a little treat in the fridge, which is going to come out shortly. I had some leftover tomatoes and some golden peppers that were getting towards the end of their life expectancy, and cooked them down with a little bit of garlic, oregano, and some other little bits and pieces. And I parade that into a nice, delicious tomato sauce. Tomato and sweet pepper sauce. So I think that's going to go with some pasta tonight. And always, as usual, when I think of tomato and sweet peppers, my mouth starts watering automatically. You can well imagine. Other than that, don't know what to say. Things have been a little bit slow on a few nets. We had a handful of check-ins in on the 70 centimeter net over the past couple of days, so things are running a little slow. Not to worry. There's always, the month of September, everybody gets back to regular business, and right now people are kind of stretching their legs and going out and doing holiday things and stuff of that nature. Anyways, you're keeping up the tradition and carrying on the net, regardless of all the pitfalls that may be thrown in front of you, and you're sounding really good. Anyways, I won't hold it up. Let's see if we can tire anybody else out with this day in history or something like that, Roger?
Absolutely, Mac. You know that I'm ready with some juicy tidbits of information that occurred on this day. And yeah, once again, happy birthday to Barbara Eden. I didn't realize she was still alive. I Dream of Jeannie. Boy, did I have a big crush on her. 91 years old yesterday, eh? That's amazing. All right. Well, before we do that, let's see if anybody else is interested in checking into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ, also streaming live on YouTube. Any new check-ins, please come now. This is VA3CJZ looking for check-ins for the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Please come now.
VA3NCA.
Hey, there he is. I was just going to announce that you came on the YouTube stream and told me or us, whoever's watching, that you would check in before the net was over. But here you are at 8:32 p.m. Good evening, Wade. How is the bike trekking coming along?
Roger. Yeah, I made it to the radio a little bit sooner than I thought I would, but half hour late, better than 45 minutes late. So bike trekking is going pretty well. I'm up to just over 1250 now. My rate has really gone down since going back to work. I got to find a way to not let work get in the way of my hobbies, radio, cycling, and the like. It's really taken time away from it. But I have a 100-kilometer ride scheduled for Sunday now, so that'll help get back, soak up some of the kilometers left. All well, and you're coming through really much better to Dundas on the remote, but you're still coming through on the other. I'm assuming you're on the remote right now. Maybe I'll check with you, but on the other one, I'm hearing the noise, but you're getting over it, at least out to Dundas, really well. Thanks for doing it, Chuck. Back to you.
All right, very good. Well, you know what? Just as you were saying that, I was switching over to the remote station, thinking to myself, well, hold on a second. Wade is out in that direction. So let's switch over, and that way we won't have any problems communicating. And so you're doing a great job there, S7 through the remote station. Well, everybody is S7 there, but very good. All right. Well, good luck with your cycling and trying to manage your time in between your hobbies, and that is always a challenge until you get into a routine. But when you have seasons that you can only do certain things during those seasons, and then you're locked in the house for the deep winter, things change a bit. So I understand. But anyways, Wade, thanks for checking in. I do appreciate it. And do you have anything else before we try doing another call out? BK, you're acknowledged. Stand by. Go ahead there, Wade.
Yeah, listening along on the side. Thanks, Chuck. V3MCA for ID.
All right, very good there, Wade. Do appreciate your check-in, sir. We'll talk to you again soon. And VE3BK, come on in.
Yeah, how you doing there, Chuck? Good evening. And we have somebody here from Australia that would like to say hello. Go ahead, Rich.
PA3 Charlie Juliet Zulu. Chuck, good morning from West Australia. VK6BQQ.
Well, goodness gracious. Look who it is. VK6BQQ, VA3CJZ. Good morning, Reg. How are things in Australia? We're still pretty warm here in the weather, but I understand you're also transitioning over there. How's things there, Reg?
Yeah, VA3 Charlie Juliet Zulu. Well, things are still cool here. They tell me spring's around the corner, but I'm not sure what corner. Right now it's about 7 degrees Celsius here this morning, but things will warm up. But other than that, yes. Well, Rick's doing his thing here, third party sort of thing to make his contacting. There's the phone's ringing, everything's going here at once. Anyway, good to hear you in here, Chuck. Back to you, sir.
Okay, very good, Reg. Glad to hear. It sounds like everything is going fairly well with you there, other than the cooler temperatures than you'd like. But we're all like that, unless you'd like to live up north. That's for sure. Yeah, we're actually transmitting from a remote station out in Flamborough this evening. We thought we'd contact some people out west of me that sometimes have a difficult time making it in. And we have a little bit of QRM. Somebody is unhappy with us here for some reason and wants to interfere with the net, but we're going to carry on there. Over.
Yeah, very good. Well, you do get that periodically. Somebody gets the radio and they decide to cause a disturbance. So let's hope you can find out who it is and get rid of them.
Yeah. Anyway, Chuck, you're coming through the remote very good.
All right, great news there, Rick. Just so you know, S7, everybody is coming in at an S7 over at the remote station. So I do appreciate your check-in, both Rick and Reg, VE3BK and VK6BQQ. We'll drop in on Friday night there. Reg, when is a good time to key down the mic and say hello on Friday?
Yeah, Friday nights, we get going here at 8 o'clock at night, 8 p.m. Friday night. My Saturday morning is 0800, so you folks will be changing times here before too long, I guess, as fall comes about. So we'll be going back an hour, I guess.
Oh, yeah. There's talk of it being the last time that we do that. I heard talk that, what was it, October 2023, we weren't going to switch anymore. So that'll be interesting. It may be the last fall back in time that we do. we'll have to watch the news and keep informed. But anyhow, Reg, thanks again for stopping by and taking the time out to say hello. We'll return the favor on Friday evening there, hopefully. So we'll send it back to Rick and say thanks.
Yeah, okay, Chuck, BA3CJZ, B3BK. Yeah, I noticed a little bit of, on his bridge called the heterodyne. Anyway, but the noise was totally, I listened to Bob's remote there and I was totally gone from there, so anyway, it sounds good. Well, we'll carry on with Reg here, and anyway, we thought we'd check in there. Heard your melodious voice and everything there, so 73 for now. And go ahead, Reg.
Yeah, 73, Chuck, as they say, you get a chance, 8 o'clock Friday night, give us a call, and we've got your call sign down here, so we'll recognize you right off the bat. 73 from Australia.
Yeah, 73 there, Chuck.
Okay, gentlemen, thanks again. Much appreciated. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll talk to you again real soon. And by the way, Rick, I don't know if you're picking up that term melodious from Marty there, but I think Marty is the other fella who says I have a melodious voice. So thanks for that, Rick and Reggie at VE3BK and VK6BQQ through the Internet of Magic. All the way down to near Sydney, Australia, where it's Saturday morning, 8:40 a.m. Okay, with that, let's see if anybody else is out there like to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ looking for check-ins. Please come now. All right. Well, I didn't really hear anything, so let's go along with birthdays today. Famous people back in time here, all the way down to 1902. Carlo Gambino. I think we all know who that is. Born in 1902 on this day. Sicily. Born in Palermo, Sicily, Italy. Died in 1976. Crime boss of the Gambino family. Next, here's one I didn't even know. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's father is called Rocky Johnson. He has another name, but he has a birthday today. He was born in 1944. Guess where? In Amherst, Nova Scotia, Canada. So I didn't know he was a Canadian, for one. So, yeah, it says here, Rocky Johnson, Canadian pro wrestler, father of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, with Tony Atlas, the first black champions in WWE history. Born in Amherst, Nova Scotia, Canada. Again, passed away in 2020.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I thought he was American. So Rock's mother is Samoan, and of course his father is black, African American or Canadian in that case. Well, America, Canada, it's North America. So, anyways, and get this next, another wrestler, a famous wrestler, Vince McMahon, born on this day in 1945. Born in Pinehurst, North Carolina. So that would make him almost 80. 77 or something. Yeah. Wow.
Of all the time, I got to turn up the volume.
Oh, well, there you go. Perfect timing. I do believe I hear VE3 PDL. Come on in, buddy.
No, it wasn't me. It must have been somebody that sounded like me. I wouldn't chime in during on this day.
Oh, well, at one point or another, that's where we go when there's a lull in the action and conversation. You just missed Rick BK transmitting Reggie through the internet there, VK6BQQ.
Very good. And I think there's somebody at my door, so give me a second and I'll be right back. But yeah, throw me in for a check-in there, please, Chuck, V3PDL.
All right. Key back up whenever you're available again. I'm sure you will. Okay, with that, let's see if anybody else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ, and we're streaming live on YouTube. If you care to watch or listen, just put my call sign in the YouTube. And I do believe the title tonight is just plain Areg. So we had some technical difficulties and had to start up. So we are at week 1510, 1,510 weeks. In 2 more weeks, it will be the 29-year anniversary of the Areg being on once a week, going all the way back to 1993 in Dundas. Any new check-ins, please come now. Okay, I can hear crickets. Well, let's continue on with birthdays on this day. As I was saying, Vince McMahon, 1945. If you remember the Police Academy movies, you might remember Steve Guttenberg, born on this day in 1958, Brooklyn, New York. Back to fighting and wrestling. Dan Henderson was a big UFC name years ago, and he was born on this day in 1970. Middleweight champion and all kinds of other accolades that he has. And then the last person I have here with birthdays is Dave Chappelle. He's a lot younger than I thought he was. Born on this day, 1973. Happy birthday, Dave Chappelle. Born in Washington, D.C.
Go, Davey! Go, Davey!
And on this day, last year, unfortunately, we lost Charlie Watts, the British rock and jazz drummer for the Rolling Stones, dies at the age of 80 last year on this day. So, yeah.
I'll be happy if I live to that age. V3PDL.
Yeah, I hear you. Makes you wonder, just how much time you got. Oh, okay. All right. So what's going on there, Paul? How is mom and the baby?
They're doing great. I was there today, and yeah, the little one's cute as could be. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, on another note, the wife and the roommate just went out to go pick up a 8-week-old Doberman, so we're gonna have another dog. So back to 3 dogs. Oh lordy.
A Doberman this time?
Yep, so we're gonna have a Shepherd, a Rottweiler, and a Doberman.
Oh, piece of cake. We'll be able to break into your yard, no problem.
Yeah, I don't even put locks on the gates anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame you. No need. I should have listened to my dog the other day. Speaking of which, it was 11 o'clock in the morning, Paul. And of course, I was unaware of this happening. I was down here at the Radio Shack, and my dog was barking. And here, I figured, it's just a mailman, right? And turns out somebody was thirsty, went to the side of my house and tried to pull my garden hose, which I have going underneath the gate, because the tap is on the other side of the gate. So I've got the hose going underneath the fence into my backyard, and the guy pulled out as much as he could until he couldn't pull no more, and was unable to get his drink of water. Had I listened to my dog and gone up and looked, I could have, yelled at the guy or told him next time if you're that thirsty, just knock on the door. You know?
Yeah, or you could have just went out with a cold glass of water. Here, buddy, you need this? Quit tugging on my hose. You're giving me an itch.
Yeah, so I had to go back and look at the security cameras there and found the time, and I saw who it was. It's just some guy walking. He had an envelope in his hand, put it down because he saw an empty water bottle with a cap on it. And so he decided, perfect, I'll just use that. And unfortunately, he left with the bottle on the ground, empty handed.
Poor fella. Yeah, they probably try charging you for water nowadays at restaurants and stuff.
Yeah, I remember going to places and asking for water, and they said, well, you got to pay $1 or whatever it was for the cup, because all the cups are counted, of course. And not every place does that, but nowadays they probably do. And so, yeah, they couldn't give you free water. You had to either bring your own container or pay the $1 for the water.
Yep, true enough. All right, sir, I'll let you pick up some of the other guys there, and I'll chime in when the need arises. Thanks for picking me up there, Chuck B3PDO.
All right, Paul. Glad everything's going okay with everyone. Everyone's healthy, and thanks for taking the time out. You're check-in number 10 tonight, Paul, by the way, so it's not too bad. Geez, I think we only had like 8 or 9 last week. So let's see if we can get number 11. This is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, Areg, looking for your check-ins. Anyone, anywhere. All right. Well, nothing heard again. Let's go back to on this day. We're done with the birthdays and deaths, people that passed away. I only had the one, and so now we have the year. The years. I was going to say 1979. The year is 79. That's the year believed until the year 2018 to be the date of the massive eruption of Mount Vesuvius, which buried the cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum. So, but then they figured it out to be the 17th of October. Somewhere around October is when Mount Vesuvius actually erupted. Still, that's a pretty long time ago. The year 79. And then in the year 1349, 6,000 Jews are blamed for the plague and are killed in a city called Mainz. Mainz. I forget. I think that's in Belgium today. So, and then again in 1349, Jews of Cologne, Germany, set themselves on fire to avoid baptism. Holy smokes. Literally, holy smokes. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, poor fellas. 1814, British forces capture Washington, D.C. and destroy many landmarks as well as burn the White House down. That was during the War of 1812. This is on this day in 1814. British forces capture Washington. Here's some good news. The first potato chips. 1853 on this day. First potato chips prepared by Chef George Crumb at Moon Lake's house near Saratoga Springs, New York. Popular legend says he invented it, though earlier recipes do exist. Thomas Edison in 1891 on this day patents the motion picture camera. So 131 years ago, the motion picture camera was patented. All right, well, let's take a break from that and see if there's anyone else out there listening who would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. We are also streaming live on YouTube. Just put in VA3CJZ and look for us live there. Any new check-ins, please come now. All right, well, so let's go back to the top there. And I know Mike in Burlington has left, but let's see if Garnett is still in there. Now he's picking us up. The E3 GNP, you still there, Garnett? Okay, well, summer is winding down, and I'm sure a lot of people are taking advantage of the beautiful evening time weather that we have. Currently, it's 25.9 degrees Celsius outside the CJZ studio at 8:55 p.m. Or 8:54. There we go, 8:55. Okay, now where was I? Next, KKP checked in through Garnett also, so I guess he's otherwise occupied somewhere else. Let's go back up to Mac and see if he's got any potato chips. VA3 IMW.
Oh, roger that. Strangely enough, along with my leftover chili that I had for lunch, really strategic. A nice soft roll, and heated up my leftover chili and spooned it into the center of the roll, and was able to have a nice non-wiener chili dog. So packed all the chili meat into the, yeah, that was good. Anyways, so I'm loaded for bear, right? Nice big chili dog or a bowl of chili for lunch and a few beers. It's going to be a warm night tonight. Anyways, yeah, still looking forward to that sweet pepper and tomato bisque that's going to accompany the pasta. Anyways, let's see what else is going on. Did we bore your QRM to tears and send him to the bowels of hell, or what's going on?
No, sir, he's still there. Unfortunately, I do not know the reason, but oh well. We'll just carry on. So we're on the other one now, and of course we can't use codes. So even though Johnny does have a long mustache, we're going to persevere. And so yeah. So speaking of food, I did have some nice corn on the cob for dinner, some leftover chicken from Swiss Chalet, and some vermicelli and vegetables, some nice peppers. And so, what else? Oh, yeah, field cucumber. You know how hard they are to get? Nowadays, it's like watermelons. Remember the days where watermelons almost always had seeds in them, and nowadays it's kind of hard to find one of those watermelons. Same thing with cucumbers. The field cucumbers are the ones with the seeds in them, but apparently they're very tough to find because the seedless cucumbers are pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, they call them English cucumbers, but I think they have another way of growing them that makes them grow faster, and it probably neuters them at the same time, which means even if you could find a seed in those things, they wouldn't bring forth any fruit. Kind of like apples, right? Major apple orchards, they use grafting techniques so that the apple varieties are grafted into a fast-growing stock of some sort that brings the fruit to maturity closer to the ground rather than the large trees. The other thing that's quite notable, and you put a big check mark on the calendar, I actually picked my first two homegrown tomatoes today off the vine. So I've got, I think it's 8 or 9 plants of the big fat beefsteak tomatoes, and there's lots of green on the vine right now, and there was, I think, 6 that were showing a hue of red, and 2 at the point where they were ready to be picked. So I'm going to be rich with the tomatoes until, I'm going to guess, sometime in October when the first frost hits.
Yes, I remember this time of year. You start seeing bushels of tomatoes being sold. I'm thinking back a few years ago. I used to go to Fortino's every once in a while, and then you'd see all the Roma tomatoes in bushels there. So maybe it'd be time to go see the farmers market on Saturday, which is really literally around the corner from where I live. And so the Ottawa Street Farmers Market there is very close. So we might get up early and take a stroll over there. It's not like we got to drive anywhere, right?
Yeah, that's definitely worthwhile. You just have to decipher between the vendors that are reselling stuff that they picked up from wholesalers versus the real farmers that grow it themselves and are marketing it to the public. Because there's both of them out there. Anyways, yes, the other tomatoes that I picked up from the what was it? The St. Jacobs farmers market a couple of weeks ago. Just getting to the end of them. Those are big, fat, and ugly beef steaks, but boy, oh boy, are they ever good. They're big enough that you just need one slice of tomato to cover a whole sandwich. And you know what that's like. When you cut those things open, they're sweet and juicy all the way through.
Yeah. Beef steak. I think that's what they call them. But yeah, absolutely right. Get yourself a nice thick slab and put that on a sandwich. Oh yeah, very good stuff. A little bit of salt, pepper, and mayonnaise, and away you go. Or just without anything. I mean, I've eaten tomatoes like an apple there as a kid. I've also done that with onions, but you know.
Yeah, you're not the only one. Somebody dared me on a bet, and yeah, I rubbed the skin off the onion, took a big bite out of it, and they went, "Oh my God, how could you possibly?" It was delicious, absolutely delicious. Lucky enough that you can either get a Vidalia or a nice white onion, so it's not going to burn anything that you know. Anyways, yeah. Quite often, you sit down in the field and pick a nice warm tomato right off the vine. You bite into it, the juice runs down your chin, but the tomato is still warm from the sunshine that it's been absorbing. Yes, those are memories. Those are memories, and yeah, stay with us forever. Anyways, yeah, it's time for me to make a break for the white thing up in the kitchen, and I'll be back to the radio shortly. I don't know, give you a chance to maybe share some more on this day or see who else is out there. Back to you, Chuck.
Okay, there, Mac. Thanks for that. Making us all our mouths water with the knowledge of what it's like to eat fresh vegetables and that. So. Very good. Okay, off you go then. Thanks, Mac. Clearing with VA3IMW. I'm not sure if Chris is still around. Well, let's give him a shout. VE3RWJ. You still there, Chris?
VE3GNP.
Hey, there he is. VE3GNP. Come on in.
Yeah, I was giving you a card last time. I was down the hallway, and I can't move very fast right now.
Oh, that's right. Garnet the Gimp with the inflatable cast. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look one of those up. See what's up with that. Yeah, that's pretty neat because I don't know how many times I've had a cast on and they've put it on so tight because your arm breaks and it swells, uh, you know, uh, and they put the cast on while your arm is still swelling, and so it stays tight for several days, and it's quite painful. So this way here, you can adjust the pressure yourself. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's called an L cast.
Air cast. Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling the Universal, they're not allowed to pay for it. If I ever need it for either foot, I can switch it back and forth. Universal left to right.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I can see that being designed for both sides. Unisex or ambidextrous? I don't know what you'd call that, but cool. So you still, what, did you just move a certain way and you said you pulled a ligament or something?
I was walking down Whiteworth, and I just fell. I couldn't get up, and I couldn't put pressure on my foot. And what happened is I towed the ligament. I had to call my wife to come pick me up.
Yeah, you know what happened, Chuck? He was out there trying to pick up a girl. Didn't offer her enough money, so she kicked him.
Well, Barton Street isn't too far away there, Garnett. What were you doing walking?
I was walking up to Tim Hortons, a buddy of mine.
Okay, that's your story and you're sticking to it, right?
Oh, the street corner one is kind of cool. I get lots of money standing there.
They even have religious ones now. If you go and at the corner of Barton and Sherman there where that church is, you see them hanging out there on the stairs all the time. Holy hookers. Well, I thought that was funny. Anyways, Garnett, well, thanks for coming back. I completely forgot about you being slower than normal because of your foot there. So, well, don't strain it too much there, Garnett. Give it plenty of rest, and when it's time to work it again, then I'm sure they're going to tell you to do exercises and all that. So, listen to your doctor.
Yeah, well, actually, it's all covered for me. Fridge is covered. The cash is covered. I'm through my insurance company, Sun Life. They pay for all that stuff.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I know. I was just at my doctor's office today with my diabetic nurse, my diabetes nurse, and she was asking me something. She goes, "Does your wife have insurance?" And I go, "Yeah, but it's not insurance like you think. Every time you prescribe a pill, it's like $50, $70 a month for each pill. Not pill, but for 1 month's supply." And I'm like, you know what? We want to eat and we want to pay our bills, so we can't afford no more. Don't even think. Even though we have insurance, they ask, oh, get this, like what is it? Even with 80% coverage, um, it works out to like $72 just for one prescription. So just imagine that's 80%. So that's about $700-800 worth if you didn't have insurance. You know what I mean? Roughly 600-700-800 bucks. Uh, so that's just insane asking per month that much money for pills. Like, come on. Anyways, I told her she can keep the prescription pad and write somebody else a prescription because we can't afford no more. I remember being at the drugstore years ago, and there was a guy in front of me, and he worked at DeFasco, and I got talking to him, and his insurance was 100% everything. He didn't have to burp his wallet for nothing up front, nothing. Everything was 100% uh, glasses, dental, uh, prescription, you name it. And yeah, now that's what I'm talking. Those are good benefits. Same like if you work for the government, good benefits.
Yeah, I get benefits from work still. It's part of my retirement. I still get benefits. But the benefits only pay 80% of prescriptions. I got to pay 20%.
Yeah, that's the same boat I'm in. But some of the drugs they prescribe you, man, they're not cheap. Some of them are pretty expensive, and some of them are cheap, like certain things. But everything else, man, it's like, whoa, hold on a second here. You want to keep pumping me full of these meds? You gonna pay for it?
Yeah, yep, I hear you, Chuck. It gets expensive. Even at 20% that I gotta pay, it gets expensive after a while.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Garnett. Well, take care of yourself, my friend, and don't don't twist your foot or anything like that. And take care. All right, Garnett. Anything else before we move along?
Yeah, I might as well make this my 73 run at the same time, Chuck. So 73, everybody's on net. Good evening and good net, and thanks, Chuck, for being the VE3 GMP.
All right, Garnett. Another wounded soldier. Take care of yourself, my friend. Clearing with VE3GNP. Good night, sir. We'll talk to you again soon. Next, let's go to George and see if he's still there. VE3GBD. Come on in, George.
I'll take a spot. VE3LBI.
Yeah, VE3LBI. Larry. Good evening. Come on in.
Yep, I've been trying to look there, but you guys have been back and forth, so not a problem. I'm in there now. Another warm night. I don't know if we're supposed to get any rain, but the last little bit, helped. Let's put it this way. The lawn does no longer feel like it's walking on pins, and it's not quite enough to cut yet.
Yep, I hear you. We, well, the wife actually took it upon herself to cut the weeds today. The grass isn't growing, but the weeds were. And so it's garbage night, so she did a quick pass there and got the lawn done. So that was nice. I'm not sure. We didn't do the front, so I guess tomorrow I'll do the front. I think I can't see. It's nighttime. But yeah, garbage night later on, and after the net, of course. And so, how's things going with POTA there, Larry? Any you been active still, or what's going on?
Oh yeah, no, fairly active. Working a few now, actually now. A couple of new parks that are out there, and a couple of new people. So keep them active. Some of them are new comers with one or two only activations, and they need a little bit of help to keep going. And so if I find them that they're back and only got a couple of comments at the bottom or history, I'll help them out by getting in and trying to make a contact. So one guy broke me up tonight. The guy's in Kentucky, Chester. I don't know whether Mac is Mac. Are you back? V3IMW. No, I'll have to wait for him to come back anyways. All right, what else going on? Repair of my Heil headset. Had an issue with that, so that took about an hour after unsoldering everything and trying to put the parts back together. There's a little turn spot, I guess, on the ear muff that connects into the actual band itself. Piece broke. Fortunately, I had a kit that they had sent me previously and managed to rewire it. The problem is that little clip or whatever, the wire has to go down through the center of it, so it was a bit of a challenge anyways. I figured about a 5-minute job. By the time you're done, it was over an hour after you disconnect everything and unsolder it from a switch. You need magnifying glass to take the wires off. But it all worked out well.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need those the headset kind there, or the one that goes on a boom. Those are nice. I like those magnifying glasses there with the light ring. Yeah, I may have to invest in one of those there. It's getting tougher and tougher to see those little solder joints in that. For me, I've got a microphone here. handheld that one of the wires must have broke off inside the plug portion. So I'm going to have to open that up and see if I can resolder that without butchering the whole plug there. I'm getting worse and worse at it there, Larry. The small things I can't do. Coax, yeah, no problem. But the smaller things there, I guess I'm shaking too much. And, anyways.
Yep, no, I know what you're saying. Yeah, well, this one was more needed more light. It just wasn't. I had it out in the garage, and it was daylight. I should have moved it out probably into the sunlight where I could see better, but there was enough. And of course, like I say, very small switch and very small wires, so it was a bit of a challenge. Like I say, the biggest part was trying to get it back through the center of this. It looks like a little bit of a T, and at the top of it, it's got a like a ring that goes around, and that's what goes into the actual on the top portion for the headband. And that little ring had broken, so had to replace it. Anyways, it was a challenge. Other than that, nope, just normal stuff, normal days. Wife and I do a little moving around. Went out to Mount Albion Falls today. I took a walk, and just some odds and ends like that, just to break up the boredom.
Oh yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, Renata was off work today, and I had the doctor's appointment to go to. So when I left there, every time I go see my doctor, it's always depressing, Larry, because they're always telling you what you're doing wrong and what you should be doing, what you should be eating. What you know what I mean? Um, I don't like it, and so whenever I go there, I come out pretty high strung. Um, funny thing is, though, when the diabetes nurse was taking my blood pressure, it was right after she was talking to me about my stress. And I told her, I said, next time, take my blood pressure before you start delving deep into my life, because I'm sure the blood pressure rises. And it was pretty high today, too, like 188, Larry.
Well, there's also that other thing they call it the white coat syndrome, which will raise your blood pressure.
Yes. Funny you say that. My diabetes nurse there, Mary, she said that. She goes, I'm pretty sure it's lab coat-itis or whatever you just called it. And I almost burst out laughing.
Yep, it'll do it. It's just from the white coat. So what they normally do, I don't know whether she put you on a machine or not, or just took it by hand. If you have a problem with that, they'll put you on a machine, but they'll take it 3 or 4 times, and they usually leave you in the room, and then they take a look at the blood pressure reading after. I know, I've had it. Yep, the old white coat syndrome. Yep.
Yep. Again, funny you should say that, because this time she used a machine other than the manual one, and took it 3 times. I don't know what all the 3 were, but I did notice the one was 188 over 88 or something like that. And I was like, is that right? That looks a little high. But yeah, she wants me to go to the Shoppers Drug Mart here at the center and go and get a couple of readings done and write them down and then call her and give her the info there in a few days. So we're going to have to start doing that.
Well, the simplest way to do that is both feet flat on the floor, take a couple of deep breaths, and stare at something. Don't think about anything. I don't know whether it's a fly in the wall or something, but stare at it and take your blood pressure. You'll find it'll drop.
Yeah, I can actually concentrate and lower my pulse there for a short time. So maybe I'll try cheating and meditate and bring it down just as I'm pressing the button. So, all right, Larry. Well, let's see if Mac has returned there. Mac, if you're here, come on in. Larry has something to say.
Uh-oh. Did I steal one of his POTUS stations?
Did you hear Chester on there from Kentucky?
Yeah, Roger. He took my call just before he called you in.
Did you hear what he said when he called me in?
Yes. Something about, how did he put it then? Never. Oh, geez. Yeah, I forget exactly how I worded it, but obviously he knows your voice, and you're quite unique on the radio, so your reputation precedes yourself.
He had me in stitches. I could barely key up the microphone. Finally, I told him to stop it. I did get him for the late shift too, but he was nicer. Oh yeah, he had me absolutely in stitches. And I wondered if he had stuck around because I heard you get in, and then he picked me up with his little what he said. So it was quite funny.
Oh, Roger that. Yes. After he broke with me, he said, "Now I want to talk to the infamous V3LBI. Always something and never copy." I don't know. The exact words escape me right now, but it was hilarious.
Often copied, never duplicated.
Yeah, but when he started it up, Paul, he said, "I want to talk to the world famous, never to be forgotten." Then he gave my call sign. He had me in stitches. This guy in Kentucky, and he's like 5'9 plus 20 back into Hamilton here, right? I talk to him quite often.
Oh, right on. Cool. All right, I just had some company come in, so I'll unchime again. VE3 PDO.
All right, Chuck, I'll pass it back over to you. Thanks, Mac, and pick up whoever else is in there, Chuck, and we'll be listening along on the side there.
Double-chested, never molested, something like that. Anyways, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, right. Okay, go ahead, Chuck.
Oh dear, never molested. Yeah, we won't go there. Very, very good, gentlemen. Well, thanks for sharing that. World famous Larry. We won't be able to call you Leisure Suit Larry no more. We'll have to come up with a new nickname there for you. Okay, Larry, thanks for taking the time out and checking in with us. Much appreciated, sir. You got anything else before we move along?
Oh, they've already changed that from Leisure Suit Larry. My new one's Victor Echo 3 Long Beach Island.
Long Beach Island. Hey, there you go. That's a good one.
Charlie Alpha Delta.
When I'm in there, the guys that are in that location, they'll say, "Oh yeah, VE3 Long Beach Island."
Yeah, Roger. And Mac, go ahead again.
Yeah, it's Victor Echo 3 Charlie Alpha Delta.
Oh, there's other ones too now that are picking it up.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, POTA. There's a lady on there, Alpha Delta 2 Charlie Delta. Her name is Toby. But there's other ones picking it up now too, Mac, that they call me, Long Beach Island.
Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. That's interesting.
Anyways, okay. Pass it back to you, Chuck. Go ahead.
All right. So we're clearing with VE3LBI. Check-in number. Would like to test out their radios or just say hello here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. Looking for anyone, anywhere. Please come now. All right. Well, you know what that means. We're going to go back to events on this day. Events of note, that is. And where we left off was Thomas Edison patents the motion picture camera in 1891 on this day. Next, we jump up to 1909. Workers start pouring concrete for the Panama Canal, which has played a very important role since its construction. And then we jump all the way to 1932 was the first transcontinental nonstop flight by a woman. And that would be none other than Amelia Earhart. Okay. Of course, she was never seen again. But that was on another trip, I think. So then we have the NATO. 1949, on this day, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization goes into effect. 1949. Oh, speaking of nonstop transcontinental, in 1956, we have the first nonstop transcontinental helicopter flight arrived in Washington, D.C. Now, I don't know how you do a transcontinental flight with a helicopter, but I'd be interested to check that out.
With the tailwind.
Yeah, yeah, and throw everything out of the chopper and put gas tanks in. I don't know, man. That's yeah, I'll have to look into that. Very nice, very professional. 1960, the year of my birth. It was minus 127 degrees Fahrenheit in Vostok, Antarctica, which was a world record. So minus 127 Fahrenheit equals minus 88 Celsius. A tad chilly. And then, of course, in 1972, we've got Gordie Howe and John Billiveau inducted into the Ice Hockey Hall of Fame. On this day, 1972, I met Gordie Howe. I did get his autograph, but it got left behind and lost in our house fire. But I do still have the memory. Big man, nice guy. If you catch him, if you catch him at the right time. That was when I was working at the Royal Canaan Hotel back in the early 90s. I forget what year, 93 maybe. It was his 65th birthday. Whatever year that was, he was staying at the Royal Canaan Hotel for a ceremony for him for his birthday. So 1972. And then on this day, 1981, Mark David Chapman is sentenced to 20 years to life for John Lennon's murder. And to this day, he's in some prison in New York. I forget the name. Still trying to get parole. But no, he's staying in.
Imagine.
Hey, did you know Pete Rose was suspended for baseball for life for gambling? And his suspension took effect on this day in 1989. So poor Pete Rose got made an example of. Unfortunate. Because there's a lot of gamblers in sports, let me tell you. Some of them are actually addicted. I think Michael Jordan is a super big gambler. Anyways, 1995, Microsoft debuts Windows 95. How appropriate. On this day in 1995, Windows 95 debuts. And so this is interesting. In 2006, after signing a one-day contract with the San Francisco 49ers, Jerry Rice officially retires from the NFL. That's interesting. And then in 2011, Steve Jobs resigns as CEO of Apple Inc. and is succeeded by Tim Cook as a result of his illness. I think it was cancer. It doesn't matter how rich you are, he said there near the end. You can't do nothing when your time comes. All the money in the world cannot help you. And lastly, on this list, we have in 2018, Aerosmith lead singer Steven Tyler sends a cease and desist letter at rallies. So you know where Steven Tyler stands, along with a bunch of other musicians, I do believe. All right, well, that's it for on this day in history. Let's see if anyone else listening is out there would like to check in to the Radio Exchange Group. My call is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. My name is Chuck, and I'm here in the east of Hamilton. Any new check-ins anywhere, please come now. Okay, well, I actually did hear a voice in there. Couldn't make out what or who, but is someone trying to key up with a message? Please come now.
That's 10 over S9 up here.
Yeah, full scale.
So, as in a neighbor full scale?
Well, I do have stations from far away that hit me full scale there, Paul, but I'd say it's not far at all.
Stop the bullshit. That it's ridiculous. Why is somebody doing this? Like, why? Just stop it. Let us talk in peace. V3GBD said that.
Yeah, thanks, George. I know. You know, people having a good time is they don't want us to have a good time, obviously. But we're going to continue on. We're not going to do any name calling or any of that stuff. Go right ahead there, knock yourself out. If it makes you feel good, then what can I say? All you got to do is key up and say your call sign and say hello. Anyways, yeah, George, I don't know why. I really don't.
It's bored and they don't have a girlfriend. It's quite obvious. If they had a girlfriend, they'd be doing other things than. Not to mention, everybody gets over it anyway.
Yeah, but the other thing is too, why is he gotta do it? Like, idiot. I was gonna say something else, but I forget now. Budweiser's so good.
Does it because he doesn't have a girlfriend, George?
Well, what gave it away? All right, 9:31 p.m. It's still 25.7 degrees Celsius out on the front porch, and it's 25.2 degrees in the Radio Shack. I wish I could get the nice breeze that's out there if we have any, but a lovely evening out there nonetheless. See, Paul, I did it again. I said lovely.
Yep, and it's 19 degrees up at the airport right now, so it's cooling down a little bit.
Yeah, well, maybe it's just taking time for the temperature to hit down here. As you know, it's always cooler at the airport. I don't know why they give us that temperature. They should also give us the downtown temperature as well, because it's a couple of degrees warmer away from the airport. I don't know anybody who lives on the airport grounds or too many people that live around there, but I'm sure there's a couple of handfuls.
Yeah, no doubt. They should have stations from different locations checking in and give out the temperatures in the different areas, because, yeah, there'd be fluctuations for sure.
Yeah, like when I get up in the morning, I ask my my Amazon assistant there what the temperature is, and she'll say, "Oh, it's 22 degrees or 21 degrees or whatever," and I'll come downstairs and look at my weather station, and it'll be 3 to 4 degrees warmer than what they're telling me it is. So yeah, I don't even bother acknowledging the temperature at the airport unless it matches close to what mine is. And sometimes that does happen. The temperatures at the airport and on my front porch are very, very close. But it doesn't happen too often, Paul, I got to tell you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Same here. Mine fluctuate. Sometimes they're closer to the temperature up there. Sometimes they're way different. So it makes you wonder. But all right, Chuck, I'll let you keep going there. And hello to Mac. I heard you agree with me on the signal report there a couple minutes ago. Just wanted to let you know I did hear you. And yeah. All right, Chuck, back to you, sir. V3PDO.
All right, very good then, Paul. Here, I'm going to send you a message here. I'm not sure, but there we go. Keeps from having to listen to that nonsense there. So we'll send you a text there, Paul, and I don't know what's going on. I really don't, but this is the first time it's been like this. Anyways, okay, we'll clear with VE3 PDL, and let's see. Who would be next? Well, that would be Larry already. VE3LBI. How you making out there, Larry? How you getting that that QRM up there? All right, Larry stepped away. Okay, well, let's take a stab and see if anybody else is out there. It's 9:35 p.m. Here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, Areg. We're coming up on 29 years of operation in 2 weeks' time. We're currently at week 1,510. Once we reach 1,512 in 2 short weeks, it'll be the 29-year anniversary, and I hope to hear you all come by and say hello and celebrate with us. So we're looking forward to that. In the meantime, let's see if anyone else is out there would like to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Please come now.
Oh, I think that's spelled Huey.
Oh, one way to find out, when you talk to him next time, ask him to whistle for you.
Silly bastard. How strong is that going, Chuck?
Oh, full scale here.
If I got about 35, 40 over.
Yeah, I had a feeling it might be in the north end.
S9 up here, which is the same signal I get Huey at. Not trying to point fingers, but it is the same signal. Yeah, just probably somewhere between you and I, Chuck. You know who that can be.
It's very strong down here, too. That traffic circle. V3GVD said that.
Yeah, but George, you got a nice antenna set up there, so you could probably pull in a lot of stations.
Yeah, probably, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but I do have a very generous meter on this Yaesu 857. Same thing as Steve there up on the hill, VA3 NFG. He tells Arpad he gets him at S9++ up on the hill, and he only gets 15 or 20 down at Arpad. So my meter is just as generous, and some people come in full scale, like all the way out in the West End. So it's pretty tough to really tell there. But anyways, thanks for your Sherlock Holmes deductions there, gentlemen. Much appreciated. No young ladies on tonight. I wonder if Debbie's feeling okay. All right, well, let's try it one more time there and see if anyone else would like to join us here on the Areg. This is VA3CJZ, And also, we're streaming live on YouTube. Just put that call sign in the YouTube search box, and you can listen to us and watch us at the same time. Any new check-ins for the Areg, please come now. Alrighty then. Well, you know what? We can go to contests that are coming up this weekend. I did not mention any of the contests that are listed on the contestcalendar.com website. First of all, we've got the ARRL EME contest, and that's for CW, phone, and digital. For 2.3 gigahertz and up. So Garnett, if you've got that, this would be for you. Then after that, we've got the Hawaii QSO party. I would love to get Hawaii. That's for CW, phone, and digital. 10 meters, 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160. And that is for 24 hours only. August 27th, that's 0400 Zulu to August 20, 2 days. August 29th, 0400 Zulu. So that would be at midnight. There you go. Hawaii, good luck, everybody. I still don't have them as a contact. Maybe we will this weekend with good conditions. I noticed that we've had a lot of activity on the sun lately. Currently, we're looking at a solar flux index of 108, which is not bad, but the sunspots are down to 46. And so what's the A for? The aurora is a 3, and the K index is a 1. And so more sunspots might help. Who knows? But hopefully on the weekend we can generate some good propagation for all these contests. Next contest after the Hawaii one is the ALARA contest, and that is for phone and CW. And the geographic focus is Australia and New Zealand. And the participation, of course, is worldwide. And the YODX HF contest for sideband and CW. 10 meters, 15, 20, 40, and 80. Then we have something West Virginia, I think. West/VE Islands QSO party. That's phone, CW, and digital. From 6 meter all the way up to 160. Worldwide DigiDX contest. FT8 and FT4 from 10 meters to 160. After that is the Kansas QSO party. Again, sideband, CW, and digital. 6 meter, 10, 15, 20, 40, and 80. Of course, you can check all that out on contestcalendar.com. After that, we have another state, Ohio state QSO party. Similar bands, 10, 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160. Sideband and CW. Now, I don't know what this is, but it's called the CVA DX contest. Charlie Victor Alpha DX contest for sideband. And that's worldwide for 10, 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160 meter bands. What else we got there? We got a bunch of CW ones after that. So that about wraps it up. Like I said, there's the worldwide sideband activity contest. And that's only going to be on for an hour on August 30th, 0100 Zulu to 0159 Zulu. So just go to contestcalendar.com and you can get more information on that. So now for more announcements, we do have a bunch of Hamfests coming up. I did have all the information out earlier. I'm on the ONTARS website now, waiting to click on the events calendar. There's the London Hamfest coming up. Where are they now? Treasures in the Trunk. The Niagara Peninsula Amateur Radio Club is on September 10th for another Treasures in the Trunk. And then we have the Carp, Ottawa ARC Hamfest on the 10th, also on the 10th of September. So if you're in the Ottawa area, stop by then. It's supposedly a very big Hamfest. And then on the 18th of September, we have the London ARC Hamfest. You can go to the ontars.com website to get all the information on that. And lastly, we have on the 1st of October at the Ancaster Agricultural Fairgrounds, the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club 2022 Hamfest. So the 1st of October in Ancaster for those of you in the Hamilton area. Again, go to ontars.com for more information on that. Do we have someone with a comment or a check-in? Please come now. This is VA3 CJZ.
Check-in, VA3, Alpha Whiskey Uniform.
Cheech, Victor Alpha 3, America Whiskey Uniform. That matches all your letters, doesn't it? You got lucky there, Cheech. Come on in.
Yeah, Angelo Wallace Unelli. It's my full name, AW.
Yeah, you lucky son of a gun. Well, I got lucky. I got 2 out of 3. So the CJZ is only good with the CJ for my real name, and of course I don't have a name that starts with a Z, but maybe one day it'll become available. I'll have to look into that. How's things going there, Ange?
I had a minor stroke day before. I lost my right side. I only got a little feeling on my right side now, but I'm home because I don't want to be there with my dog uncared for. That's what happened to me last 3 days.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry to hear that, Ange. Oh man, you got the worst luck, I tell you, but you're a tough son of a gun. You pull through now.
Yeah, it's all about fighting there, brother. Keep fighting on. You know, I got 7 sons and 5 girls to see them make many grandchildren. Since I got 21 grandchildren so far. I just wonder if I could see you sometime. If you don't mind fixing my other bullpen for me like you did my other one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It would only take about 5 minutes, and yeah, get a hold of me during the day, and I'm usually available. But yeah, give a shout on the radio or on the Facebook thing there, and you can swing by or yeah, and drop it off maybe, and come back in 5 minutes or whatever, and I'll have it for you.
That's cool. I'll have to come on my wheelchair because my mobility thing would be no good right now with me. I'll crash. So, yeah, I'll give you a call, and then I'll drop it off, see my parents around the corner, and come back.
All right, Cheech, not a problem there. Like I said, the odd time I have to leave and go somewhere, and I know what you mean about leaving your dog. I hate it. I just hate it. We've been inseparable pretty much since we had the house fire there, Ange. I don't know if you know, but almost 5 years ago now, we had a house fire at the other place. And my dog was in the house and he was rescued. One of the neighbors broke the window and opened the door for him and got him to come out. So, but when we leave him alone, like if he sees me and the wife leaving together, he gets stressed out and he starts pulling his hair out. So I feel so bad, you know what I mean? But I can't take him everywhere, you know?
I know exactly what you mean, and I know how you feel there, Chuck. I remember talking to you for about 2 weeks straight when you had the fire. I was talking to you quite a bit back then, kind of cheering you on, I guess. And then about a year ago, actually, what am I talking about a year ago? It's only about 10 months ago. I was living at the clubhouse still, the biggest one, clubhouse bar up in Ontario, north. And the fire got caught the bottom floor of our clubhouse, and it came up to my roof. And I'm handicapped. I slided down the stairs to get out, and then I realized my dog's trapped. So I went back, crawled upstairs, and I got my puppy, and I got back all in time. Yeah, I understand. Boy, do I.
Yeah. Just once you fall in love with man's best friend, there, it's a solid, Um, yeah. So today, the wife and I, we went to the doctor's. I had a doctor's appointment. We were gone for 2 hours. Come back, and I see a big red, almost bleeding on the side where his hip is, and he yanked out a chunk of fur there. So it's all because of stress. I know it is, because he's done that before, years ago. But like I said, we're hardly apart. But when we are, he really, really misses us, especially me. So I feel bad for him, but I also get a little bit angry because, you know, yeah, yeah, we went through this before, and big chunks of fur missing, and you feel bad taking him outside because if somebody sees him and goes, "Oh, you're abusing your dog," and yada yada, they don't know the story, and they start accusing you.
I understand that. I got my dog food bowl. It's never ever empty. It's always full. And my dog's a little shy on the waist, but she's a hybrid dog. And people thought the same thing of me. And I you know what? If I had my set of legs like I used to a few years ago, I'd be all over you. But yeah, I take it as this. You got another dog for company for your dog? It might fix it.
Yeah, I thought of that, but geez, this is a fairly big dog too. He's later in years. He's 13. I don't know how he would take a new one. He might get jealous. He might die sooner. Um, but yeah, I know what you mean. I've thought about it, but we've decided, against it for now. We'll just hope for the best. Anyhow, Cheech, thanks for checking in, buddy. Do appreciate it, my man. You're coming in pretty good there, S9, S9 Plus, and thanks for taking the time out, brother. And like I said, get a hold of me there when you can, if you want to drop off the Bofang, and I'll program it for you.
Thank you very much, Chuck. Appreciate it. Before I say goodbye, a friend of mine, a son, got a hold of me there 2 days ago and said his father passed away, and he wants to give me all his father's stuff because we've been friends since I've been 15. The guy had a repeater in Niagara, and he's got all kinds of ham stuff, so I'm going to be having some good stuff pretty soon. Take care, Chuck, and everybody else is listening. Have a good day. Sorry about my breathing. I'm not too wobbly now, but Victor Alpha 3, Alpha Whiskey Uniform. Cheech, we'll be listening on the side.
All right there, Cheech. Thanks again, brother, and take care of yourself, my man. We're going to send positive thoughts your way, and wish you a speedy recovery there. It's too early to let you go, my friend. You got to stick around. So we'll send positive thoughts and prayers your way. Brother Cheech, Victor Alpha 3, Alpha Whiskey Uniform. All right, it's getting on in time here, 9:52 p.m. Time flies by when you're having fun. Well, let's see if anybody else is out there would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. Looking for anyone, anywhere. Please come now.
Comment.
Okay, well, I did hear a voice, and then I heard comment. Go ahead, comment.
Thank you, Chuck. Hey, Cheech, if you're up to it, in the next day or two, we'll go drown a couple worms and see if we can't catch a fish, brother.
Yeah, that'd be good, Paul. And a comment when I give you a messenger, I really mean it. Yeah, be good. I'll be up to it for sure. So, thanks for giving me a shout. VA3, AW, you will be monitoring.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks, Chuck. V3PDO.
VA3 CDV.
There we go. I heard it that time. VA3 CDV. Come on in. My name is Chuck, and my call is VA3 CJZ. Who do we have there?
Hi, Chuck. It's Cal. I'm in Stony Creek. I've been a ham since May of this year, so relatively new. And so thank you for welcoming me on this net. Over to you.
Absolutely there, Cal. From Stony Creek, you're doing a great job. I'm over here by the Center Mall in East Hamilton, so we're not too far away, but we're several kilometers apart for sure. Cal, Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Delta Victor. So I think you said May of this year. So yeah, welcome to the hobby, and we transmit here the Amateur Radio Exchange Group net every Wednesday night between 8 and 10 p.m. So you're welcome to stop by and join us. Give us your input. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to ask.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just writing this down because I tend to forget. So this is on Wednesday from 8 till 10, and it's VA3CJZ, correct? That 146.43000.
Correctamundo. Yep, we hold this net once a week every Wednesday night. And it's a simplex net as opposed to a lot of the other nets, which are on repeaters. This net is going to celebrate 29 years in 2 weeks. So once a week for 29 years, another gentleman by the name of John, VE3JSU, started the net way back in 1993, and he's moved out of town, and I've taken over for him for the last 4 years and a bit. So what else was I going to say? Yeah, and it's called Areg, Amateur Radio Exchange Group, or Areg for short. And we do stream live on YouTube. If you care to listen and watch, just put my call sign in the YouTube search box, VA3CJZ, and you can look for us live there. But tonight, we just have a simple title of Areg, AREG, and you can listen to the whole net back if you like, or just move the slider at the bottom of the video to wherever you'd like and listen. We'd love to have you drop by. Okay, Cal, you have anything else for us, sir? What type of antenna are you using, and are you in a house or apartment or what?
I started off with a Beifeng, but then I decided to to buy once and cry once. So I'm running a Yaesu's 991A with a wire-fed 66-foot antenna, and I'm also running a diamond antenna for more of the local stuff. So that's what I have. Thank you so much for welcoming me here again. I'm writing this down, so hopefully I'll join you again. Over to you.
Comment?
Yeah, absolutely there, Cal. And we have a comment there. Go ahead, Larry.
Talk about the Facebook page, too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We also have a Facebook group called Areg. If you are on Facebook, in the search bar, just type in A-REG, and it will come up with a green radio faceplate. And that is our website, and you must apply and be accepted. And of course, if you have a valid license, you will be accepted, no problem. So again, A and then a dash, REG, and it'll come up with the rest. It'll say AREG 146.430, an amateur radio group. So check that out as well. I know that's a lot of info to impart with you, but if you forget, just ask again, and we'll be happy to repeat it.
Okay, thanks so much. I will definitely check that out when I get a minute. I'll turn it back over to you.
All right, very good. Thank you, Larry. That was VE3LBI with that info about the Facebook webpage. Larry is the administrator, I think. He's a big cheese there, so he'll remember your call and accept you pretty quick. Okay, is there anyone else out there who'd like to join us for the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3CJZ. Looking for any last minute check ins. Please come now.
VA3OYL.
Debbie, all I did was wish that you were here, and voila, there you are.
Your wish is my command. I was listening along, and then there was some craziness going on, and I just went off to another frequency for a while, and I thought, oh, I better get back here and see what's going on.
Yep. Somebody had a chip on their shoulder, or I don't know what, but anyways, yeah, we soldiered on and continued on there, Debbie. We even ended up using the remote station. So, but anyways, glad to hear you. You feeling okay? Everything okay with you?
I hope it was barbecue chips. Anyway, yes, I've had headaches off and on for a few more headaches than normal, but I've been coping, enjoying the weather while I can, and getting some dips in the pool, and not much really exciting going on. I haven't been doing any radio. I just maybe once fall rolls around, I'll get into it a bit more, but who knows?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I know you are plagued with those darn migraines, and I had a migraine once so bad I had to go to the hospital. They gave me an IV drip, put me in a dark room, and left me there for a while. It was pretty bad. That was the first and only time. Gosh, I don't wish that on anybody. But anyways, been doing any radio work, any parks on the air, or anything like that, Deb?
No, not at all. I did put up a vertical 6-meter antenna to have a little bit of fun this winter. So we'll see. If nothing else, I'll get some FT8 out of it.
Yes, I did mention earlier there is an FT8, FT4 contest coming up this weekend. So check it out on the contestcalendar.com website there and get some more information on that. And yeah, I still haven't gotten one contact yet on FT8, but one of these days. I'm just a procrastinator. I guess I'm having too much fun working HF and VHF, UHF there. So we'll eventually get there. Anyhow, Deb, I do appreciate you checking in with us and gracing us with your lovely melodious voice. And so people say I have a melodious voice, but so do you. Anyhow, it's a little after 10 right now, so we're going to wrap things up shortly. Just want to see if you got anything else to add for us.
No, I'll bow out now, and it'll be one less for you later. Thanks for letting me get in there, and hopefully we'll catch you next week. VA3OYL.
All right, Deb, you are check-in number 14, by the way, the last person on my list. Have a great rest of the evening, Deb, and look forward to chatting with you again or seeing your posts online. All right, clearing with Victor Alpha 3, Oscar Yankee Lima. Let's start off the 7-3 round real quick here. Let's go to Garnett. I'm not sure if he said goodnight or not, but let's check him out. VE3GNP, last call. Giving Garnett a little time to hobble over to the radio. Okay, well, nothing heard. Have a good night, Garnett. Let's go to Mac, VA3IMW.
Well, Chuck, another one under the belt. Job well done as usual. And yeah, we've chased away the goblins. And strange how it kind of disappeared as Paul threw a name out there. Strange, very strange, indeed. Strange days indeed. Anyways, 7-3's frequency. Great to hear everybody. Looking forward to chatting with you next week, and obviously throughout the week on different nets. Victor Alpha 3, Indy Mike Whiskey.
Okay, very good, Mac. Thanks again for being part of our net. Faithfully, always around. Thanks, Mac. Have a great rest of the week. We'll talk to you again real soon. Clearing with VA3IMW. Next, let's switch over to the East End and give last call to George, VE3GBD.
Oh, do you want to get a quick check-in from Simcoe, from Grandpa Greg?
Absolutely. Always got room in the log. Please say hello to Grandpa Greg and welcome him to the net, please.
Roger that. VA3 FGT, VA3 IMW. Your check-in is well accepted. How you doing tonight? And I trust the wedding stuff is all still fully in effect, right? No return engagement.
You were coming in at a full scale tonight there, Max, so I just thought we'd try and get in there. Nothing else but VA3FGT.
Okay, roger that. So, Chuck, the traffic is daughter and husband, or how does that work? Yes, I think it's daughter and husband, or honeymooning in somewhere between here and New Brunswick, and
nice.
so the wedding has taken, and I think it's at this point in time that they're packing up their home and moving to a dress with no forwarding address. Anyways, thanks, Craig. Glad you could check in. So he had me with a full scale on 2 meters, which is admirable, I guess. I had him just under an S9. I'm not sure if anybody else heard him, but yeah, 73s for our friends from Simcoe. And Chuck, I'll turn it back to you.
All right, very good there, Mac. I did hear Greg on the remote station coming in with a great S8, S7 out in Flamborough. So I don't know if you can hear me, Greg. We'll send it back to you.
Good evening, Chuck. Hello to everybody on the net there. Just a quick wave from Simcoe. Good to hear everybody in there. Hope everybody's doing well. VA3FGT.
All right, Greg, doing a great job at the remote station there, like I mentioned, full quieting. And so welcome to the Areg. I think this is the first time we've been able to communicate easily. So way to go, Grandpa Greg. Thanks for checking in. You're number 15 tonight, number 15. And so thanks again. And we're just wrapping things up. And so thanks for taking the time out. And we'll talk to you again real soon, somewhere.
Hey, Chuck, everybody on the net, have a good night. And we'll be listening in on both the YouTube and the radio as long as it holds. VA3FGT Simcoe.
Roger, Roger. All right. Yeah. And congratulations to your daughter on the marriage and that, and the honeymoon. And as Mac alluded to there, I don't know, he was talking about consummating the wedding or not, but we'll just leave it there. Anyhow, thanks again, Greg. We'll talk to you again real soon. So we're going to clear with VA3FGT. Okay, so we cleared with Mac and George. George, VE3GBD, are you there? How about it there, George? VE3GBD, you there? Let's see if Wade is still with us. I know he checked in on the YouTube and then checked in here on the radio, on the net, but let's give him a shout out. VA3NCA.
Yeah, still here for the duration, Chuck. Thanks for doing another successful net, and look forward to more of the same the next Wednesday. 73 to all, and good night. Thanks. VA3NCA Friday.
All right, Wade, great signal, by the way. I've got you here. I think it reads around, 30, 40 over there. So great job. But I do have a very generous meter on this radio, but great job nonetheless. VA3NCA. Thank you, sir. Good luck on your cycling. Next, let's go to Rick, BK, or VE3 Bravo Kilowatt. Are you there, Rick?
Yeah, Roger on that, Chuck. And yeah, I do have a directional antenna here, so we have a main heading if anybody's interested. And anyway, yeah, the fellow in Simcoe, I heard him too on Bob's remote there. So I'm also pointing towards Simcoe right now, so I don't know if he's hearing me or not. But anyway, good net tonight there, Chuck. And yeah, I let Reg go a little while ago. So back to you, Chuck. BA3CJZV3BK.
QSL there, Rick. I know, what was I going to say there? Yeah, Bob's remote station works fantastic there. And I do appreciate you bringing in Reggie to say hello. And we'll have to make sure we get on the Mississauga repeater at 8 o'clock on Friday and drop into Australia and say hello. And so, Rick, there was something else now. I forget what I was going to say. But yeah, we'll talk again. Okay, buddy. Thanks a bunch. I do appreciate you taking the time out to check in.
Okay, there's one other thing I wanted to say hello to Cal if he's still there. He's a new member too of the Hamlin Amateur Radio Club. And Cal, if you're listening, we do have an HF net if you got HF up yet. HF antenna, quite bigger, a lot bigger, and we go on at 8 o'clock on 3.693. Everybody's welcome. So just thought I'd throw that in there, Chuck. And so back to that.
Yeah. I think you forgot the time there. It's at 8 o'clock on Monday nights. I do believe Cal said he's got a wire HF antenna. And so he can join us on 3.693 lower sideband at 8 o'clock there on Monday nights. Anyone's welcome if you're listening, Cal. So I still forgot what I wanted to talk to you about there, Rick. But, oh, yeah, Art was on earlier. And he said goodnight already, but he made it in. We did have some QRM when he was checking in, so kind of discouraged him a bit. But we managed to talk to him on the remote station there. Over.
Oh, yeah, that remote works really good. Like, sometimes I listen to all three, and you were coming through on a remote, even though we had somebody out there, playing games. But you came through on remote anyway, and I pointed my antenna right at you there too, and of course you overrode it too. You have a nice signal here, Chuck, all the time, even when you're on the remote. So if you can hear people good on the remote, it's a good place to go.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for that, Rick. You better stop there because my headphones won't fit anymore if you keep swelling my head up like that. All right, Rick, always a pleasure. We'll talk to you again down the log somewhere. Have a good one, my friend. VE3 Bravo Kilowatt, VA3 CJZ. And next we've got PDL, if he's still around, VE3 Papa Delta Lima. Last call, Paul. Alrighty then. Let's move on to Larry, VE3 Lima Bravo India.
Still here. Cal's call sign. Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Delta Victor.
QSL.
Okay, you just asked to join. That's all the group. So, okay, pass it back to you. 7-3, all the best. Victor Echo 3 Lima Bravo India. We'll say 7-3, everybody. Take care.
Okay, Larry, thanks a bunch for all that. Much appreciated, sir. We'll talk to you as well soon, I'm sure. All right, well, let's see if Cheech is still with us. Cheech Mandu, Victor Alpha 3, Alpha Whiskey Uniform. You still there, Cheech? Last call, brother. All right, nothing heard. Well, let's go to CDV. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Delta Victor. Last call, Cal. What do you think? All right, he's probably busy doing all kinds of stuff there, being in New Ham, probably looking into checking in and signing up and all that fun stuff. Very good. Welcome to the hobby, Cal. Okay, let's do one last call out and see if there's any last minute check-ins for this evening's Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Only 2 more weeks to go for the 29th year anniversary. Anyone, anywhere, please come now. All right, well, that's about it then. It's currently 10:15 p.m. and tonight we've had 15 check-ins. So great job, everyone. I do appreciate all your input. You're always welcome here anytime during the day or night or on the Areg. We do monitor this frequency throughout the day when we can, as well as a few other frequencies. So you're welcome to jump in and say hello at any time or even ask a question. So with that, I'm going to say thank you to everyone who participated and or listened or watched the YouTube video as we stream live on YouTube. Tonight, like I mentioned, is week 1510. And I look forward to hearing all of you again next week here on 146.430 on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. So with that, I want to say thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of the evening. We're going to pause for a short break and then return and see what's happening. Good night, all. This is VA3 CJZ 73.
Thanks for doing the net, Chuck. Just keying up so I can hear myself on the stream, V3RWJ.
Oh yeah, not a problem there, Chris. I think we called you in there for last call, but you must have been elsewhere. Very good. Go ahead there. I can leave it running for another little bit here on YouTube.
Yep, no problem. Whoops. No problem. Thanks a lot, and thanks for doing the net. There's a noise in there. That's weird. Anyway, 73 V3RWJ.
Yeah, that's weird, Chris, because it almost felt like a switch went off, and you went from full quieting to bringing a little bit of noise in there. Bring it back one more time.
Yeah, the amp tripped, so that could be SWR or something. Anyway, I turned it down a bit.
There you go.
I don't know, weird. I don't know if I told you this a while ago, but every night for about 2 years, I've had interference that starts sometime in the evening, goes till sometime after 1 a.m. every single night, and I could never track it down. I walked around the neighborhood with a Yagi and a handheld, couldn't find the source. And today in Ancaster, our power went out for 4 hours because they were upgrading things. And tonight, no interference showed up. So I don't know if that's just a coincidence. I'll have to see tomorrow if it happens again. But I might have I might have quiet 2 meters in the evenings now.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be great if it's hydro that rectifies its own issues for you. That'd be awesome there, Chris. And yeah, you're back up to full strength again with very nice full audio.
Yeah, Greg and Simcoe was S8 here, by the way. Really, really good signal. Yeah, I'm used to things sort of, crapping out sometime after 8. So I'll come on tomorrow and see if see if that's what it was. Something to do with hydro. But it was out for 4 hours today. They were upgrading things. Anyway, 73's Chuck. Gonna go catch the rest of the Jays game. They're in the 10th and they're ahead by 1. The 3RWJ.
Okay, go Jays, go. Knockout. I think it's New York, right? Anyways, okay, we're going to pause and come back in a bit, but we're going to shut down the YouTube stream and say thank you to everyone again. So 7-3 for now. VA3 CJZ QRT.